Hello dear students, welcome back to the science class. Dear students, in the previous video class we have started with our first lesson, that is green plants. Okay, till now we studied about the structure of the leaf and we learnt about the food prepared by the plants. The next concept we studied in the last previous video class is about the interdependence among plants and animals. Okay, I will revise here the concept, that is interdependence among plants and animals. Yes, what I have explained in the last class, I hope you understood about the interdependence among the plants and the animals. As the sun's energy, okay, the sun's energy, it is used by the plants here. Okay, why it is using the sun's energy to prepare their food here? The plants will use the sun's energy for the preparation of the food here. Then the plants will gives out what here? The plants will gives out a oxygen. That oxygen, it is used by the living things. Living things like a plant, living things like animals and the human beings, we are using that oxygen for breathing purpose. Okay, then whatever we are putting outside, that is a carbon dioxide, it is used by the again plants here. Whatever we are giving out carbon dioxide, that carbon dioxide, it is used by again plants here. So this is all about the interdependence among the plants and animals, how it takes place. First, the plants will use the sun's energy to prepare their food. Then the plants will gives out what? They will gives out the oxygen. That oxygen, it is used by the living things for breathing purpose. Next, okay, the living things will gives out what? They will gives out a carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide, it is used by the plants here. So in this manner, the interdependence among the plants and animals takes place. These all things we studied in our previous video class. Today in this video class, we will study about some specialized organisms. What we are learning today in this video class? Some specialized organisms. Organisms are nothing but the living organisms here. Okay. First, here is one of the cactus. Cactus is one of the plant it is. What is cactus? Cactus, it is a plant here. As you all know that the cactus plant do not have a leaves here. Okay, the leaves are absent in a cactus plants. Okay, it has leaves that are reduced to the spines. Nothing but the cactus plants are having some spines here. Then what is the meaning of these spines? Spines are nothing but these are the needle-like structure. Yes, needle, you know the meaning of needle. The leaves will be like this, nothing but the sharp end. Okay, the leaves are reduced to the spines here. The meaning of spines is, it is okay, needle like a structure, nothing but the sharp end, it will be like this. Okay, in the cactus plant there is no leaves. Instead of leaves, what is there? Instead of the leaves, it is it is reduced to the spine here. Okay, here you can observe the picture. This is the cactus plant. What it is? It is a cactus plant it is. Okay, you can observe the here the leaves are not there in this cactus plant. Instead of that, it is having some of the spines here. Yes, the outside, like the small lines you can observe, these are the spines in a cactus plants. Here in the picture you can observe, here it is having some of the sharp ended, nothing but a spines we will call for this one. This is the cactus. Okay, next point we will see about the cactus plant. Serving to protect the loss of water. Why the cactus plants are having spines here? Because to protect the loss of water. As these cactus plants, they will grow where? They will grow in a hot and dry environment with a little water. As you all know that in a hot and dry environment, there is no water here. There will be little water. Okay, most cactus plants do not have a leaves because they grow in a hot, dry environment with a little water. They also protect a desert animal species by providing them with the shelter. Nothing but these cactus plant will give they will give shelter to the animals which are living in a desert areas. Nothing but the deserts will be hot and dry here. So in a desert areas these cactus plants will grow. In which area these cactus plants will grow? In most of the desert area only these cactus plants will grow here. Okay, why it is having a spine like a leaves? Because to protect the loss of water. Due to the presence of these spines, okay, because of the presence of these spines, it will consume the water here. It will protect the loss of a water here. And then in these cactus plants, how the food is prepared? With the help of the stem. How the food is prepared in these cactus plants? The food is prepared in these cactus plants with the help of the stem here. With the help of the stem, the food is prepared in the cactus plants. Okay, this is one of the specialized organism, cactus plants. Today we studied about the cactus plant. The next organism here is a Venus flytrap. Yes, dear students, did you all observe Venus flytrap? Here I will show the picture of Venus flytrap. This is the Venus flytrap. Okay, picture I have shown here. Let us study about some of the points here. It is both producer and a consumer. Yes, it is both producer and consumer. Then what is the meaning of producer and what is the meaning of consumer? Producers are nothing but all green plants. Nothing but they will prepare their own food here. What is the meaning of a producer? Producer is nothing but they will prepare their own food here. They are not depending on any other organism. Okay, nothing but the all green plants. All green plants will make their own food with the help of the photosynthesis process. Correct? With the help of the photosynthesis process, all green plants will make their own food. For them we are calling a producer. Okay, then Venus flytrap, it is a producer also and even it is a consumer also. Consumer is nothing but the meaning of consumer here is they will depend on other organism here for food purpose. Okay, consumers are nothing but they will depend on other organisms for their food purpose. For example, animals. Animals, they will depend on other plants here. They will depend on the plants for their food here. They will not prepare their own food here. Animals will not make their own food. They will depend on a plants here for the food purpose. So, example for consumer is animals. Animals are consumers we are calling. Animals will come under a consumer. Then producers are nothing but all green plants are producers. All the green plants are producers and animals will come under a consumers. So this Venus flytrap, it is one of the organism and it will come under both producer and consumer. Okay, it gets energy from the sun and transfer it into a food here. Then how it is getting the energy, this Venus flytrap? From the sun it will take the energy and it transfers it into a food here. Okay, same, the photosynthesis process it is. Which process it is? Photosynthesis process. So what it does? First it will take the energy from the sun and then it will transfer it into a food. Nothing but it is photosynthesis process. It also has a very unique feeding habit as it is dependent on insects for nutrients. Then what are nutrients, dear students? There are total 7 types of nutrients are there. Carbohydrate, fats, okay, vitamins, proteins, fiber. Okay, these all are the nutrients. So this Venus flytrap, it is having one of the unique character that for feeding purpose it is dependent on insects. Okay, why it is dependent on what? It is dependent on insects here. For what purpose it is dependent on insect here? For the nutrients. Okay, it catches its prey. First nothing but here it will catch that insect. Mainly like a insect. Prey is nothing but here the insects. Okay, it catches its prey, mainly insect, and trap them in the leaves here. Such plants are known as insectivorous plants here. What this Venus fly trap it will do? It will catch the insect and it trap them in its leaves here. You can observe in the picture here that Venus fly trap, it is catching the insect here. Yes, the insect you can observe here how it is catching the insect. It is clearly showing here. You can observe the picture. Okay, this is the this is the Venus flytrap plant and it is catching the insect here. Okay, why it is catching that insect? Okay, for the nutrient purpose. For the nutrient purpose, it is catching the insect here. It catches its prey, mainly insects, and trap them in its leaves here. This is the leaves portion. So, and it is catching the insects. For what purpose it is catching the insects here? For the nutrient purpose. For such plants, what we are calling? For such plants, we are calling it as a insectivorous plants we are calling. Another example we can give for insectivorous plants, sundew plant and pitcher plant. Yes, here I will show the picture of a sundew plant. This is the sundew plant. Another example for insectivorous plants. This is which plant it is? It is the sundew plant. Even same, even this plant also it will catch the insect. For the nutrient purpose, even this sundew plant it will catch the insects in this manner. You can observe the picture here. I have shown here. Okay, you can observe it in detail here how that insect it is catching. Slowly it will catch the insect here. Which plant it is? It is an insectivorous plant. Example for insectivorous is first one is I have shown here is first one is a Venus flytrap, and another insectivorous plant example here is a sundew plant it is. Okay, in this manner it will catch the insect. The next example of insectivorous plant is a pitcher plant, which is the next example here. Pitcher plant, Pitcher. Pitcher plant is another example for insectivorous plants. Nothing but it will take the nutrients from the insects here. For such plants we are calling it as a insectivorous plants. You can observe here open place is there. Yes, the upside part it is open. From this place it will catch the insect and it will take the nutrients from that insect here. Okay. This is about the insectivorous plants. The next we will study now here is about non-green plants. Okay, these plants do not have a chlorophyll. Dear students, you all know that what is a chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is one of the green color pigment it is. Okay, because of the chlorophyll only the plants will make their own food here. But in a non-green plants, nothing but the plants which are not in a green color, then how they are going to prepare their food, that we'll see here. These plants do not have a chlorophyll, nothing but chlorophyll is absent in these plants here. Hence they cannot photosynthesize here, nothing but they can't make their own food here. These plants grow on a dead and decaying organic matter and absorb food from them. For example, Caral root and Indian pipe. They have shown the picture of Indian pipe here. It is a non-green plant. You can observe this, the color of the plant here is white it is. It is a non-green plant, nothing but in this the chlorophyll pigment is absent. So the plant it is in a white color. Then if there is no chlorophyll pigment, then the plants will not make their own food here. Okay, the photosynthesis process will not take place in a non-green plants here. Then how they are going to prepare their food here? With the help of the dead and decaying organic matter. Yes, if the plant has dead or if the animals has dead, it will grow on that place here, in that place here. Okay, from that place it will absorb the food for them. For example, Caral root and Indian pipe. Indian pipe picture they have shown in your textbook here, you can observe. The next point here is some plants like croton have a purple or a red leaves. Which color leaves they are having? A purple or a red leaves. They contain a chlorophyll which is hidden behind their dark color. Yes, dear students, the color of purple and red they will be very dark. Okay, in these leaves the chlorophyll pigment is there but it is hidden. Okay, you can't see, it is inside, it is hidden, it is behind their dark color. This plant can make its own food. Okay, which plants? That is the croton and croton. The plants like a croton. Okay, it is having a purple and red leaves. Which color leaves are there in a croton plant? Purple and red leaves. So they will contain their chlorophyll where in the it is hidden behind their dark color. Okay, then these plants can make its own food by the process of photosynthesis. This is all about the non-green plants we studied now. So here about the parasitic plants. Then what is the definition of a parasitic plants? The plants which depend on other plants partially or completely for their nutrition. Such plants are called as a parasitic plants here. Dear students, here the plants, they will depend on other plants here. Why they are depending on other plants? For their nutrition, for their food purpose, they are depending on other plants here. Such plants we are calling it as a parasitic plants. What is the meaning of parasitic here? The plants will depend on another plants here. The plants which are depending on another plant for their nutrition purpose. For which purpose? For the nutrition purpose, they are going to depend on other plants here. Such plants we are calling it as a parasitic plants here. Example for parasitic plants are Cascata and mistletoe. Okay, in your textbook they have given example for mistletoe and Cascata are parasitic plant here. This is the example for mistletoe. Mistletoe, mistletoe, and one more example for parasitic plant is a Cascata. Here I have displayed the picture. This is a Cascata, Cascuta. This is a Cascata plant and this is the mistletoe plant. These plants, what they will do? They will depend on other plants. Okay, completely or half or completely. Partially is nothing but half. Or they may completely they depend on other plants here. For what purpose? For the nutrition purpose. Such plants we are calling it as a parasitic plants here. The example for parasitic plants are Cascata and mistletoe. Okay, dear students, with this we have completed the first lesson of your science subject. The name of the lesson is green plants. We have completed with this lesson today. In the next video class, I will send the evaluate part. So what you have to do, whatever the evaluate part I will send, you have to write it in your fair book with a clean and neat handwriting. So now it's a time for homework. What you have to do, whatever the difficult spelling I have given here, you have to write these difficult words 5 times in your rough book. How many times you have to write the difficult words? 5 times in a rough book. So, in the next video class again I will continue with the evaluate part. Till that, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.